welcome to this lesson for Design and Technology. In our last lesson, we had introduced isometric circles, and today we are going to continue on isometric projection. In this lesson, we will be able to draw a shaped block with concentric circles in isometric projection. To draw this given shaped block in isometric projection, as usual, we determine our point X, which is the starting point for our construction and the nearest lowest corner on our object. All dimensions are in millimeters. The height is 130, the width of our front is 80, and the depth is 70. On the front view, the height 30 gives the platform-like feature which we draw in. On the top view, the dimension 30 gives the depth of the vertical wall-like feature which we mark in and draw in. All lines are drawn with the t-square and 30-60-degree set squares as shown in the previous lessons. To draw in the semicircle, we first draw in our center lines. We now add the crate for our semicircle. Note that whether we draw a full or half isometric circle, we draw a full isometric square as crate, with side equal to the circle diameter. We add the long and short diagonals and cross the longer diagonal with lines from the top midpoint to the right corner. From the intersection with the longer diagonal, we get one center and radius and draw in part of the circle. From the intersection with the shorter diagonal, we get another center and radius and draw in the other part of our semicircle. The outline can be lined in with our compasses. Remember that all arcs and circles are drawn in with compasses. To draw the semicircle at the back, we bear in mind that the distance between the crate of the front semicircle and the back semicircle is 30 millimeters, indicated by the green arrow. This distance is therefore used to offset the top, center, and radius to the back. The quarter circle is drawn in, and the same thing is done for the lower center and radius. We now add the isometric square crate for the inner circle and draw it in the same way as the previous examples. We draw in the outline. And for the inner circle as well, we will draw the back edge of the lower circle by offsetting the radii through the depth of 30 millimeters. The outlines are lined in. To draw in the details on the lower platform, we take the first line, which is 10 millimeters inside the corner, and mark it off with our compasses and line it in, followed by a construction line for the corresponding line on the other side. For the 40 millimeters line at the edge in front of the platform, we step in 20 millimeters from the corner and mark it off, as well as on the other end. Projection lines are drawn into the platform. We then project height lines below. The construction is completed by adding a tangent to the semicircular part as such, and the rest of the edges are added as well. This is what our completed outline will look like. Using the thick and thin line technique will give us this. You can also use any color of your choice to render out your isometric block. In this lesson, we have been able to draw a shaped block with concentric circles in isometric projection. These are the references for images used. This brings us to the end of this lesson on isometric projection. Do remember that you can catch all of our videos on the website of the Ministry of Education under the Student Support Program on the link given to you on your screen. Do catch us for the next lesson on design and technology. Until then, goodbye.